everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Justin Feldman, Feldman Physical Therapy and Performance. John and I are here talking about our next little challenge to ourselves. So it occurred to us last year that John has never run a marathon that is not at the end of a triathlon. So
I was okay with that, by the way.
Yeah, felt like that needed to change. So at the end of October, we're going to go down to DC, go through the Smithsonian, and do all of the museums. I hear there's a good steakhouse or two down there that we can find, and go after the Marine Corps Marathon. So we are just coming off of a small training block leading into Ironman Mount Vermont,
And our wives would agree.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not doing any more of that. So what we are going to do though is we want to sort of take everybody with us through the training journey leading up to this. So it's going to be about a 9-week training block, which is a little shorter than you'd want for a marathon. But since we just did a marathon and a few other things first, then we're in. This is pretty much a good starting point for us to do this. So we're going to do this in conjunction with our friends over at Koros. So we've got the Apex Pro 2, something like that, watches, right? And they're going to link up through the training hub, and through the training hub, we're going to take everybody kind of along the journey with how we're doing and give everybody an idea of what metrics we're looking at in our training and what we're following along. So as you're planning your training, John, sort of where are you starting off? What are the metrics that you're looking at the most?
Right now, since we've been coming off of a big race training block for the last few months, I'm definitely going to be looking at heart rate a lot just to make sure that I'm kind of completely recovered and ready to start to tackle some more volume and time on my feet. So knowing what my heart rate was for a given intensity and effort over the past few weeks, I want to make sure that my heart rate is staying there and not creeping that much higher. We took some time off this week, getting back into it little by little, back on our feet. So definitely going to be watching heart rate because I don't want to jump into intensity too much. Not really going to be looking at pace too much. I really don't care about that right now, especially since we don't have any bets. Unless you bet me a pizza, to get under a certain time, then I might throw caution to the wind. But I'm definitely gonna be looking at heart rate first and foremost.
I think someone could fact check me, but I think it's like mile 20 is when they start handing out Dunkin' Donuts at the aid station. So last time I did this, that seemed like a great idea until I was like one donut hole in, and it was not a great idea.
See, this is why we need to bring back the Krispy Kreme challenge with Kim.
Oh yeah,
that's good preparation, good training for this.
Yeah. The cool thing about the way the training hub is laid out is that we're able to take a look at our distribution over 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks. We can see how much time we're spending in each heart rate zone. So we talk a lot about, and I think a lot of people talk a lot about trying to maximize that zone 2 training. But at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm spending enough time in some of those higher zones because I know I'm great. I can stay in zone 2 all day and live there forever. But come race day, that's not really where everything's going to stay the entire time. Right. And so I want to make sure that I'm actually getting enough higher intensity stuff in, both kind of mixed into some of the longer runs, but also during the week and on the weekdays. And then I'm also going to really pay attention to some of that acute versus chronic workload stuff because you'd be surprised how quick some of those things can be thrown off with 2 weeks of rest after an Ironman. And so, your body's pretty well trained, but if I just plug right back into the running volume that I left off pre-taper for the race, that's really gonna kind of throw me for a loop and kind of set me up for injury, especially considering it had like a week and a half to a 2-week taper leading into the race. So it's almost been a month of lower intensity stuff minus the race. So the biggest thing is we're going to try and get back here weekly with you guys and give you an idea of how we're doing, how the training is going. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of mistakes that we make that everybody can learn from.
Wouldn't be the first.
Yeah, exactly. So make sure you subscribe, follow along. We'll try and share this out as many different ways as possible, but we want to try and take everybody along for the journey so that we can help you be able to learn from what we do and build upon that.
Yeah, and also make make changes on the fly in real time for yourself based on like how you might be viewing yourself in your own training block.
Yep.
So that's good stuff. And then comment below if you guys want Meg to come down there and join us for the race. She can, eat and drink and cheer us on. And,
yeah.
Maybe we'll go her into the next one.
We said marathon training, and Meg really quickly said, I'm going to stand on the other side of the camera. So, next year, plenty of races. All right. We'll see everyone next time.